So that brings us to the instant gratification factor. This is the only one that as a fan I can kind of halfway condone. I know what it's like to want to see a show. How long did I bother everyone about Beck at Funimation? But as my director can attest, I didn't know what was going to happen next. I had never watched a single cell of that show. Except at AX when I worked on Osamu Kobayashi's panel and I got to see clips at his panel. I never downloaded a single episode of that show. I could listen to the music legally. Are there any ways you can keep up with what's going on in shows in Japan without watching them for free?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Oh, nobody's ever said Wikipedia, and that's a really good one. Yeah.
Anyone who imports the official magazines like New Type or Animedia can read up on it if they know Japanese.
Although New Type's not doing their weekly serial by serial, but yeah.
And I was going to say the Japanese DVDs, I mean, I know they're expensive, but people will say, oh, it's not here, or it won't. I mean, this segues into your other thing about licensing or time periods, but yes, you can buy a Japanese DVD. Maybe you can't speak
there's several,
Japanese, but you know, you can buy a legitimate product.
Yeah.
I have a question about R2s.
With what?
I have a
R2s?
question about R2s.
Uh-huh.
I've heard from various sources, some people say no, it's legal, it's a way to support the merchandise. If it's not, you know what I mean. If it's not here, I've heard other people say it's just as illegal as fansubs. Do you know what the stance is?
Well, I mean, the official answer is yeah, they're illegal. But here's the problem. I can't damn anyone for buying R2s if they're not available here. Why? Because the money still goes back to the original artist. It's still a means of supporting the person that's doing it. And I never felt more sad for fans than when I went to the UK I guess it's been more than a few months ago. Dude, if you want to complain about how much anime we have to choose from in the States, go over to England and go to a store like HMV, which is like the video megastore. Their anime section is about this wide and about 4 rows thick. And that's everything that's officially available in Europe. We have so much more at our immediate disposal in terms of licensing than almost any other country. Our fan base is the largest right now. The Central America and South America regions are whooping up on us. Latin American countries are really whooping up on us in the animes to a certain degree. But American fans have more to choose from than anybody. And if you want to go to Akadat and get the R2s, yeah, there's the licensing people that will argue that it's wrong, but I say the original artists and the industry is still seeing the money, so ultimately I can't really say that much. The Trinity Blood box set was not available in Europe. That's why everyone ordered it. You know, everybody on the internet was grabbing them from Funimation, because if you wanted the Beck box or the Trinity Blood or the School Rumble Locker or the Gantz Ball, you better buy it when it's available. And that still supports ADV, and guess what? ADV supports Gonzo, and Gonzo supports the mangaka, so, you know, circle of life kind of stuff. I don't have a problem with that, so to speak. But the instant gratification factor, unfortunately, is not an argument that I can give a lot of water to anymore, because with Girl Power, it came out, through a technical error, it came out a day earlier in the States than it did in Japan. It was supposed to come out on the same day, but it came out technically a few hours earlier. Hellsing Ultimate is coming out fast. Japanese companies are working now so that we're seeing simultaneous release. If not simultaneous release, I didn't think Beck would see an American release for another year or so because of all the legal issues. Japanese companies are working really fast. It's not like the days of Kodacha will never come to the United States. Well, it finally did, but guess what? Why do you think Funimation's not busting their ass to finish producing Kodacha?
Not selling, that's right.
Say it again?
Not enough money made on it.
Not enough people are buying it. And they had to work pretty hard to get Kodacha. So, it goes back to my old farty man economics lesson, but the instant gratification factor, if you're a fan that just has to see what's out right now, does anybody know of ways that companies are trying to make anime available quicker?
Bandai?
Bandai's doing what? Oh, well, don't mention that new collector's market scheme. We'll talk about that in a minute. Are you talking about the $49 for 2 episodes with no dub and no extras.
Well, I thought they were just doing something like, because we have, like I heard an interview from
Was
one
it
of the
SakuraCon?
cons.
It was SakuraCon,
Yeah.
probably.
And they're like, we're gonna be able to get it out like pretty close to when Japan does, and
Well, that's his story.
Well,
But
I know that ADD is doing downloads,
ADV is doing downloads.
Legal downloads.
Legal downloads.
on their website.
iTunes. You can get.
This is doing it Death
Death Note, thank you, because everybody's like, I can't wait for Death Note. Well, then download the subtitled version legally from IGN and pay for it. Death Note's already available. The dub's still being worked on, but guess what? You can buy the subtitled version from IGN legally. I can't wait to talk about the Death Note lawsuit in a little bit.